Week 2 is here, and after an exciting week 1 where we had some nail biters, thanks Panthers for blowing the game, we finish week 1 with a 3-2 record. So let's see if we can improve on that this weekend with my 5 bets for week 2. My first bet is going to be the Jets plus 6.5 on the road against the Cleveland Browns. And I know I bet against the Browns last week, but look, I just cannot bet with Jacoby Brissett as my quarterback. I cannot go with the Browns to win by an entire touchdown. I know the Jets aren't very good. I get it. But I don't think the Browns are either. I think offensively, their weapons are pretty weak. Amari Cooper sure is good. I don't trust him. I know Nick Chubb's awesome and Kareem Hunt, good running back tandem. But outside of that, I'm not too sold. And on their defense, sure they have a good pass rush, but outside of that, So I think the Jets can hang on. And I'm not even saying I expect the Jets to win this game, but definitely not lose by more than a touchdown. I know they're not very good, but I still have some faith in the Jets against the Browns. And my next bet for week 2 is the Bengals -7 on the road at the Dallas Cowboys. This one is super simple. Cooper Rush is under center for Dallas, and I don't trust him at all. They have still no offensive weapons besides CeeDee Lamb and Dalton Schultz. Outside of that, they have no offensive weapons that I really trust, unless you count, Zeke, who I don't think is that great anyway, and Tony Pollard. Cooper Rush under center for me is a big no-no. The Bengals were horribly bad last year, and they still stayed in the game against Pittsburgh. I think Joe Burrow can come back with a major bounce-back week and have a huge blow-up game with Jamar Chase. And I expect so much Bengals scoring on this game that I don't think Dallas can keep up. So I'm going to go Bengals on the road -7. Easy smash this week. My next bet for week 2 is going to be the Baltimore Ravens at home, 3.5-point favorites over the Miami Dolphins. And this one is another simple one. I just love Lamar Jackson. When I have two teams that I think are pretty evenly matched, where I don't think one team necessarily has the advantage over the other, like I think in this matchup, I go with the quarterback who I know and I trust in the fourth quarter, down 3 points that can win me a game, come back and tie, whatever the case may be. I don't think Miami has it in Tua. He had a good week 1, I guess. I don't like Tua very much. I think he's accurate, but I think he's got a really noodle arm. I think he's not great off script. I think he's got to see it, throw it. While I think Lamar Jackson is awesome, a true MVP, which he was, and just a playmaker. They're getting J.K. Dobbins back this week, which might not be a huge advantage for his first week coming off the ACL, but at least they have a competent back coming back who, hey, maybe he's good. So I just like the Ravens -3.5 at home over Miami with a quarterback I don't super trust. I always go with the team with a quarterback I love, respect, and I know is going to show up for game time. The fourth game that I'm going to be betting this weekend is the Houston Texans +10 at the Denver Broncos. The Broncos just stunk it up on Monday Night Football against Geno Smith last week, and I was on Denver, of course, and I lost the bet, and I'm a little salty, but the truth of the matter is Denver didn't look that good. Offensively, I know Russell Wilson threw for a ton of yards. The running backs had some good success on the ground despite the 2 goal line fumbles, and honestly, if they didn't have those 2 fumbles, we'd be talking about them as a winner in week 1, and maybe I wouldn't be on this game. But Denver just didn't seem super competent on both sides of the ball to me. They seemed like they were barely getting drives put together. It was a lot of fluky things, random kind of one big play hits. The one of Jerry Jeudy where the ball was really underthrown, but he still made a great play. It felt like they were piecing drives together, not necessarily stringing them together as a normal good offense would. So I don't feel super confident in the Broncos right now. I need to see him have a big week. And I just saw the Texans go out, and although I don't think they're a great team, I think they have some offensive pieces. Davis Mills, to me, has proven that maybe he's not a forever starter, but he's a good enough starter to win some games. I don't know. I have a feeling that the Texans are going to ride this high from their week 1 tie against the Colts after tying a division rival who was expected to blow them out basically. I think Texans +10 on the road. That's too many points for a team I just saw handle their own in week 1 against a team that I thought was kind of a shit show on week 1. So I'm going to go Texans +10 on the road against Denver. The last game that I'm going to be on for this weekend is the Seahawks +9 at the 49ers. I'm a big believer in momentum in the NFL, and the Seahawks right now are riding high, especially Geno Smith.
So for the folks folks you said had written you off maybe? What do you say to them?
Yeah, they wrote me off. I ain't right back, though.
The Niners get a bit of a throwaway game from last week because they were in a complete monsoon. But I have to go with the Seahawks here, +9. That's a lot of points, even though they're on the road. I need to see Trey Lance prove to me that he can be a competent starter. I didn't see it last week, and last year, sure, the numbers look good, but the film says otherwise. It really does. So I need to see Trey Lance go out there and actually put together successful offensive drives and not just stringing it together and not just getting kind of bailed out by throwing it down to Deebo Samuel or getting big chunkings on the ground. And especially for the next 8 weeks with no Elijah Mitchell. Now it's going to be Jeff Wilson as the starting running back for the 49ers. I need to see Trey Lance be good. I'm a sucker for good quarterbacks. And although I will admit the Seahawks with Geno Smith, maybe not the best quarterback, not really great, but the momentum's high. His confidence level through the roof. So I'm just going to pick Seattle on the road +9 because that's a lot of points. Maybe they don't win, but they can definitely cover +9 on the road. And all right, those are my 5 games for week 2 of the NFL season. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you like the bets, if you like the video, leave a like down below and subscribe to the channel for plenty of more content. We're going to be posting betting videos every week before the Sunday kickoffs. So stay tuned, and I'll see you guys next week. Good luck.